And something we haven't remarked upon is the fact that Nick Stevens is not out here at ringside for this match, which could make all the difference in the world.
Well, and that's by design, Aaron Hurt. Wait, what happened?
Johnny Long.
What happened to Johnny? Did Jimmy fall into him, or did he hit him?
Him into the corner. Puts him in perfect position for that 619.
I couldn't tell if Jimmy purposely, intentionally hit him, or if he just accidentally fell into him.
No, from the camera angle, we saw it was somewhat inconclusive. Maybe we can get a better look at that perhaps on a replay or something post-match, but...
Well, Krypton's up top.
Oh, big twisting splash. No referee to count, though.
1, 2, 3,
We should have a new number one contender
5.
right here. Krypton with every right to be frustrated, trying to go revive our referee here, Johnny Long. Maybe if Matthew Allen is back there watching a monitor, he might be able to come out.
We got to get somebody. We either got to get Johnny back up, or we got to get another referee out here. Well, it looks like Johnny Long's making his way up.
I mean, this is our main event. This is for the number one contendership for a future heavyweight championship opportunity. Oh, again, Krypton got caught on the shoulders, and there's the F5.
Is this it? That's it.
Ladies and gentlemen, our winner, member of the Gold Standard, Jimmy Fahrenheit.
Hello, wrestling fans. Welcome to PWA on YouTube. My name is Aaron Hurt, being joined once again, this time by the president of the PWA, the franchise player, Chris Pruitt. Franchise player, if this week is anything like what we saw last week, we are in for one heck of a ride. What do you think about this match we have to start things off? A pair of former United States champions, Morgan Taylor, your son, the real deal Kevin Pruitt, taking on our tag team champions.
The Gold Standard have their work cut out for them. Thanks for having me back here, Aaron. I'm excited to be with you again this week.
Well, being the president, I guess I don't have that much choice. You want to be here, but I'm quite glad nonetheless that you are here.
Well, thank you nonetheless. But no, I'm looking forward to this. Kevin and gorgeous Morgan Taylor taking on the Gold Standard non-title match, of course. Gold Standard would not sign off on this to be a championship matchup, and they've defended their title in the last 30 days, so they had that right.
And this might be a smart decision, because this team could quite likely get a victory over our champions. You see, sharing a touching embrace as they hold aloft the gold in the Gold Standard. I did not notice if Nick Stevens is with them here at ringside or not.
Nick Stevens is not here at the moment. You have to wonder where he may be. Is he in the building?
I was about to ask if that was due to some corrective action on your part, but no, it's just simply trying to get into the heads of the opponents. You had to be prepared for Nick Stevens or their other associate Jimmy Fahrenheit to emerge at any time.
Well, I was going to say, maybe he's in the back with Jimmy Fahrenheit. We saw at the top of the broadcast Jimmy Fahrenheit winning the number one contendership on last week's episode against Krypton. So now he's scheduled to take on Tommy Forte, or will it be Bjorn? Because in the main event today, I signed this just a little while ago. Tommy Forte defending the PWA Heavyweight Championship against the United States champion, Bjorn.
And as many of you are well aware, the United States champion does have an automatic title match, and Bjorn clearly ready to cash his in. Should be very, very interesting. Tommy Forte has had his share of battles over the past few weeks for that championship, and you have to wonder if the pressure is starting to mount, but we will leave speculation on those lines until the time comes, because this four top contenders, four main event talents here in the PWA to start things off. Referee Matthew Allen rings the bell. Any predictions for the way that the team of Kevin Pruitt and Morgan Taylor are going to start things off here?
Well, these two men know each other very well. They've had battles throughout the previous 6-12 months, And I think it's going to be interesting to see how they work well together. I don't believe they've teamed up before, or at least this is a newfound friendship. And you've got the gold standard, which is Jeffrey John and L.A. Cordova, and they have established themselves rather nicely. So it will be interesting to see how Kevin and Morgan do.
No, upstarts no longer are the two members of the gold standard who hold those tag team championships. I have to ask, and forgive me if this is too personal or if this is a question that you don't want to reveal the answer to, but since losing the heavy or the United States Championship, has your son Kevin shown any discouragement or is he ready to just move right along to the next challenger? And he even brought that up to me.
Well, Kevin obviously was not very happy with his performance against Bjorn. I explained to him, these things happen, and it's not about how many. It's
nice
not about
takeover there.
Absolutely, it's not about not falling. It's about getting up every time you fall, and this is his opportunity to get up. Him and gorgeous Morgan Taylor have an opportunity here in front of the PWA fans against the gold standard. So we'll see if he takes this opportunity. I think he will.
Titles on the line or not, a victory means quite a bit to the two men, the man in the red trunks and the man in the blue and black trunks with the gold boots on the outside, gorgeous Morgan Taylor. And a top wrist lock here from Jeffrey John. We've been seeing Kevin do a very good job of integrating some more MMA-style holds, some submission wrestling into his arsenal here, trying to maintain the bridge on the neck and keep his shoulders from being counted down.
Well, Kevin has trained in mixed martial arts, in jiu-jitsu specifically, with Team Hammerhouse, with Mark Coleman, with Wes Sims, and Jamie Mathias locally.
You do not get any better trainers and more experienced, more successful men to guide you down that path than those names that you mentioned.
Well, and those men, were the same ones that he was grappling with, in his teens. Kevin is just now 19 years old.
No, it's certainly nothing new for them to give him advice as they did throughout his experience as an amateur wrestler in high school. As we see Morgan Taylor brought in, who also, despite what you may think by appearances alone, was quite the successful amateur wrestler in high school himself.
Absolutely. Morgan Taylor was an all-around top-notch amateur wrestler
and
in his high school.
A baseball player as well, quite the versatile athlete. And with that man he's staring at across the ring, he was tag team champions 3 times over. Big full head of steam here, plants the boot right to the pretty features of Jeffrey John. That might put a dent in his auxiliary income.
Yeah, I believe Morgan Taylor is a 4-time PWA tag team champion and a United States champion.
We will indeed have to go back through the record books and count it all up. And
I'm gonna have to look it up. He and LA have got to be 2 of the most decorated tag team champions.
Yeah, if you count it all up, Cordova has in fact 5 reigns, 3 with Morgan Taylor's Vicious and Delicious, the curtain with Jeffrey John, and 1 prior to all of that with the Southern Knight Brian Blade of all people. But right now, he's getting rolled up.
Tag.
Yeah, great tag team coordination here from Kevin Pruitt and Morgan Taylor. Oh, chop right to the back.
Well, and correct me if I'm wrong, Aaron Hurt, the PWA is full of young talent. I don't believe any one of those men have hit their 25th birthday.
Certainly not, and that just shows you how much great action there is to come. Not just in the year 2020, but and beyond from us in the PWA.
Well, and you have to wonder if they are at the level they're at now, in their early 20s, what is the PWA going to look like 10 years from now when these guys are seasoned veterans?
Absolutely. Well, I think the thing we might have to worry about at that point is some other organizations coming along to try to sweep them up, but that's definitely a story for another time, because these men, just like these fans, are loyal to the PWA. Oh my, big boot to the midsection there and a clubbing forearm across the back. And these men didn't go through the PWA training school just to move on to other territories, if you will. Seeing some good tag team work here, keeping the fresh man in. I don't know, Kevin might need to work on his dance moves. I don't know if Mark Holman can teach him any of those.
Jeffrey John came in, though, to cut off Morgan Taylor. Now he's working over Kevin.
Yeah, situation's starting to break down here. All 4 men in the ring turning into the proverbial Pier 6 brawl. I'm going to say, you wonder what happens at all those other piers, but
I was just wondering that, actually.
Well, I went to that Pier 1 by Pier 17 the other day, but nothing much going on in there. But as we digress.
Ladies and gentlemen, Aaron Hurt is full of coffee today, and he's excited, and that's why he is here with the PWA.
Well, I just calls it like I sees it, and there's a couple of big elbows to the sternum, and then
that's the way I see it.
Kevin Pruitt wishes to see anything but, and it is able to duck and avoid Cordova.
Narrowly ducked that. If LA would have got him, he might be missing some teeth.
Oh, my giant swing here. LA Cordova accused of being somewhat disoriented at times, only going to be more so after that.
Jeffrey John's going to take the big spin himself.
No, a twofer here. Both men buying the ticket and taking the ride.
Kevin feeling the effects of that as well.
Might have been a mistake to try that yet again, although his equilibrium seems to have recovered before his opponents there. Oh, quick reversal. Up and over in the corner. Cordova quickly caught him and connects with a headbutt. Wow.
Right on the bridge of the nose.
I was going to say that
Jeffrey John's got Kevin on the floor.
Kevin was lucky not to fall backwards into the fans in the concrete floor, but Jeffrey John there to help him regardless. And again, the action breaking down. Now this time it's a 2-on-1 on the outside here. Referee with his back turned, conveniently enough.
Well, he's tied up with Morgan Taylor, and that is an inexperience factor there.
I was going to say that's something that you would think Morgan Taylor would know to avoid, but clearly wanting to make sure that his partner in this match, Kevin Pruitt, is not left to his own devices.
Well, and as a new team, it's not about the experience of the individual man, but the experience of the team. And the gold standard is becoming a seasoned, well-oiled machine. And Kevin and Morgan Taylor are just brand new.
Yeah, as we've said, all that experience they possess among them, plus the tutelage of Nick Stevens to complete that package there. And that's why they have quickly ascended. Oh, my! Absolutely planted him there.
I'm keeping my eyes peeled for Nick Stevens to make sure that we don't see him creeping around here somewhere.
He'll probably be hard to miss if he is here somewhere.
Well, that's the truth.
Certainly the folks in the concession stand will know he's here, but again, we are talking about things other than this fantastic action that we're seeing here. Jeffrey John trying to pretzelize, for lack of a better term here, Kevin Pruitt, who's going to need that jiu-jitsu escapism to work his way out from this. Got a body scissors clamped on.
And if he can keep working on that arm, he can get Kevin to turn away from the pressure and into a pinning combination there.
Absolutely. Kevin trying everything he can to roll out of this and able to break the body scissors there, but a thumb to the eye, certainly not legal among the unified rules, which is what makes this pro wrestling.
LA working Kevin over on the ropes. Jeffrey John has the referee's attention.
The temple.
Referee's got to have eyes in the back of his head when it comes to the gold standard.
Kevin Pruitt doing what he can.
Up and over on the floor. Jeffrey John took a spill.
He might need to go make a tag, though, as Cordova tries to go out there and assist his tag team championship partner. And we should remind everyone this is a non-title match. Oh, my goodness.
I think Kevin's got bad intentions.
Up and over all the way. Just wiped out both men right here at the entrance to the backstage of the PWA Arena. Referee with the count, but Jeffrey John rolled back in as the match will definitely continue.
I wonder if this is gonna pay off, or if he should have made the tag. Watch out for LA
Cordova. Oh, but Jeffrey John saw that coming. The missile drop kick.
That's where he should have made the tag. But it's the pure adrenaline.
Now he's trying to make a tag, but Jeffrey John there to prevent that at all costs.
pure adrenaline he was working off of there, and that adrenaline will trick you into believing that you can do more than you can.
It can definitely, when it starts to fade out, you definitely realize what kind of condition you're actually in. Hook of the leg.
Well, and adrenaline, it is one of the most wicked drugs in the known world. It allows you to do things,
Rolling neck snap.
People ask, how can wrestlers, do this, and how can wrestlers do that? It's the adrenaline. And, when that adrenaline comes down, that's when the pain starts to set in.
When you are in a fight for your life, that's exactly what it means. And you just have to scratch, bite, and claw, strive to survive. As we're seeing your young son do here right now, I have to credit him for withstanding a significant amount of punishment from the hands of the tag team champions here. This match has gone at least 10 minutes to open the broadcast.
Morgan Taylor itching to get in.
Foot on the ropes. And Jeffrey John, again, makes sure that Kevin Pruitt far away from the reprieve of a tag to his partner here, gorgeous Morgan Taylor.
When fans, if you just joined us, this is just match number 1. We've still got in our main event the United States champion taking on the heavyweight champion for the heavyweight title. Bjorn, the Nordic Nightmare, challenges Tommy Forte for the heavyweight championship.
Yeah, Bjorn could walk out of this building tonight as a dual champion, and both men know that they will face Jimmy Fahrenheit in the future once the date is stamped onto that contract. But yeah, another great lineup that you and the matchmakers have put together for us here tonight, and all our fans on YouTube, Franchise Player. I give you all the credit for doing such a fine job, as you have done since assuming this role.
Who is Jimmy Fahrenheit rooting for tonight? Is he wanting to take on Bjorn, or does he want to finish the feud with Tommy Forte?
Well, I think that those men might need to also worry about the U.S. Outlaw. If the pattern holds true, we should see him sneak in amongst the assembled crowd here at some point of the evening.
Well, and I still have not figured out what is the deal between the U.S. Outlaw and Tommy Forte. The U.S. Outlaw.
Huge power bomb, takes him all the way out of the corner, walks to the middle of the ring and just plants one half of the tag team champions, L.A. Cordova.
These two men both need to make a tag.
Absolutely, in the worst way, especially Real Deal Kevin Pruitt. Jeffrey John, if the referee could choose not to allow a tag, since Jeffrey John's feet are not on the apron.
The fans are cheering Kevin on. He makes the tag. Morgan Taylor in. Jeffrey John.
Oh, big left jab and a flurry.
Watch out for LA, still in the ring. Morgan Taylor taking care of both of the Gold Standard members.
Yeah, all by himself here, dishing out the punishment. Running hip attack. And a big Vader-style splash. Again, the hip attack, insult and injury there, especially with his former partner, L.A. Cordova. Where's he going? What's he looking for here, Franchise Player?
I think he's looking for the gorgeous drop.
Able to turn him around. Oh, code breaker. On the mark. Kevin still not able to recover out there. Oh, all four men.
Fell right down on top of him. The referee got pushed out of the way by L.A. Cordova, costing precious seconds. Jeffrey John maybe could have gotten the pinfall.
Now we're back to square one here. Waist lock from Pruitt to John, but he comes up with a headbutt.
These four men have been through the windmill, so to speak.
Oh, no, they have got to be really at the extent of their cardiovascular conditioning, sucking wind for sure. Oh, Kevin's lining up for that Robinson special, but Jeffrey John astutely gets as far away as he can, but he's still not safe from Kevin, who charges across the big splash, the snapmare, and there it is. to the back of the neck. John didn't even see it coming. Cordova, is he going to make
Morgan Taylor's a legal man, though.
Oh! Great awareness there. I had lost track.
Referee got Kevin out of there.
Although he is not in the neutral corner. Speaking of Kevin.
Hit him with the back of the elbow right on the side of his face.
Cordova brought back in. What a fantastic tag team match this has been. Oh!
Moves out of the way. He's got him rolled up. That's it.
Huge victory in this non-title match for the two men you just heard me announce as the victors, Morgan Taylor, Real Deal, Kevin Pruitt.
You have to say this is somewhat of an upset victory.
Indeed, this two men who don't regularly team together, put together for this match, had an opportunity to get their hands on two men who have been thorns in both of their sides, and we're going to have to take a break here, fans, but we've got so much more action to come. Going to take a lot to live up to the standard, no pun intended, set by these four men in terms of the intensity at which they did battle.
Kevin and Morgan celebrating, but the gold standard showing off the belt, saying we're still the champions.
Wrestling fans, Aaron Hurt here with the president of the Premier Wrestling Alliance, franchise player Chris Pruitt, with the exciting announcement that PWAOhio.com is now your exclusive source for all new, fresh wrestling action from the PWA like we've brought to you since the year 2016.
You are absolutely right, Aaron. PWAOhio.com is their one-stop shop for all the latest news and information in PWA, and now all of our events will go exclusively to PWAOhio.com, and we are also going to be giving them a bunch of added bonuses.
Absolutely, because not only does this give you the opportunity to see all of the new PWA action, but you will see new episodes of PWA Wrestling on YouTube before they are uploaded, giving you that much more inside knowledge into the comings and goings of the PWA.
Well, the PWA has always thrived on the support of the good fans of the Premier Wrestling Alliance, and this is just a new way for the PWA fans to support us. You can get a front row seat from the comfort of your own home.
Back here for more PWA Wrestling, Jordan Carlisle in the ring, and we see his big opponent, the Southern Knight, Brian Blade, along with his protege, the trainee, the man who's come under the tutelage of Brian Blade, the Rocket Josh Benson.
Yeah, we saw Josh last week against Big Joe Black. Big Joe Black defeated the Rocket with that
full Nelson. I've been hearing that Joe Black is trying to further refine that full Nelson and perhaps find a way to integrate another component to that move to make it even more devastating, since he's really going to have to up his game. The more experienced competitors like Southern Knight, for example, he might face off with here in the PWA.
Well, and you got a guy like Brian Blade. He's got that big, thick neck, so you're really going to have to work on.
Oh, great decision there by Brian Blade to jumpstart this match. And
it caught Jordan Carlisle off guard, and me too.
Well, that's what you get for not being ready for the referee when he calls for the bell. Brian Blade looks like he is on a mission tonight. He has faced off with Jordan Carlisle in recent history here in the PWA, and it didn't go quite well for Mr. Carlisle, despite giving a good fight to the 25-year veteran Southern Knight Brian Blade. See how quickly Carlisle resorted to going to the eyes with that knife-edge chop.
Well, Jordan Carlisle intentionally got himself disqualified there the last time these two met, and Brian Blade wasn't going to allow that to happen. Got the jump on him, but Jordan Carlisle has this match well in hand right now.
Yeah, and he is he has some advantages in this contest in terms of quickness and agility. Not to take anything away from the Southern Knight Brian Blade, who will surprise you with that agility, but clearly being 315 pounds has to be a lot more deliberate with his offense. So let's see if Jordan Carlisle can come up with something to surprise and upset the game plan of the Southern Knight Brian Blade.
Well, and when it comes to putting together a game plan for a professional wrestling match, Brian Blade has been there and done that.
And that's why Rocket Josh Benson should have his eyes glued to a monitor backstage, since he is not at ringside to watch this match from that perspective.
Well, I'm absolutely sure he does. Brian Blade has been working with him very closely. He's taken a liking to him, and he wants to see, if he can help him out in his career.
Well, Brian Blade's not the only one keen on the prospects of Rocket Josh Benson. Clearly impressed yourself and the other trainers and the other men in charge of the PWA School of Pro Wrestling. And it's great to see all of these young men, Jordan Carlisle included, getting these opportunities to make a name for themselves and to prove themselves against the level of competition that we have established. We thrive on being able to present to these great fans here in Lancaster and all over watching us on YouTube.
I tell you, the trainers at the PWA School of Professional Wrestling have been just turning them out. The last 4 or 5 guys have become just fantastic wrestlers, and these fans are getting some of the best talent and the best action in and around as the outlaw Tony James used to say, the tri-state area.
Yeah, well, it goes all around the world via the internet, and you can see PWA action not only here on YouTube but on PWAOhio.com as well. Tune in every Saturday, 7 p.m. for a broadcast of special events from the PWA arena. Oh, big maneuver, just snapping the neck of Jordan Carlisle.
And for the fans that are sitting at home, during this quarantine, the PWA decided they wanted to bring fresh, new content to the fans each and every week. And the talent of the PWA said that they were all in, and it was a voluntary basis. The
last thing those men want to do is be sitting at home by themselves when they could be fighting each other, as they are want to do.
And the empty arena environment has proven to be very interesting.
Entirely different circumstances than what you see here with the packed house at the PWA arena as we are here watching this action unfold. But those Saturday events, yes, empty arena, 15-minute time limits, the fastest hour of pro wrestling online, you might say, and certainly one of the most exciting. And it's every bit as exciting as what we bring to the fans here on YouTube, so we want to make sure they all check it out.
Absolutely. Brian Blade fighting back after Jordan Carlisle had him draped across the rope trying to choke the life out of him.
Look at the face of Brian Blade, such intensity. Reeled off a couple of headbutts there. Oh, and a huge bolo uppercut, that European uppercut perfected by the likes of Dory Funk Jr. We see somebody like Cesaro do that as well these days. So many men have used that move effectively.
I have to correct you, Aaron. I spoke to Brian Blade a few weeks ago. That is an Oklahoma uppercut.
I see. Well, regardless of its point of origin, it has gone a long way to disrupting the night of Jordan Carlisle.
Jordan Carlisle might have made a smart move getting on the outside of the ring, but Brian Blade in hot pursuit. And Jordan better keep his eyes open because the Southern Knight's right behind him.
Carlisle on his bicycle, but not able to get far enough away from the Southern Knight, who has been dominant, to say the least, throughout the majority of this match. And did he just dump him into the apron onto the floor here? My goodness.
The apron of the ring, for those of you who don't know, that is the absolute hardest part of the ring.
No, there's nothing there but a steel frame.
Except for the post, and Brian Blade just hit it.
Oh, I can't see if he connected.
Wait a minute, was that a low blow?
Oh, head first, low blow, face down.
Yeah, that's what happened the last time.
Out.
Jordan Carlisle up to his old tricks. Their last meeting, He hit Brian Blade with 2 intentional low blows, got himself disqualified. This time, it worked out in his favor for a countout win. Jordan Carlisle that's got to be one of the biggest wins of his career.
Brian Blade, unfortunately, brought down once again by the cowardly tactics of Jordan Carlisle, but nonetheless, it goes down as a big victory for Jordan Carlisle, and I'm sure that he's happy with that winner's share of the purse as well. But let's talk about the match we saw open the broadcast, fans. The team of Morgan Taylor and Kevin Pruitt with the upset victory over the tag team champions from the Gold Standard. Of course, Jeffrey John and L.A. Cordova. We'll see what ramifications that may have on the title picture in the tag team division going forward. But fans, we have got our main event coming up next. We're going to take our last break of the broadcast. When we come back, we're going to see champion versus champion. Bjorn, the United States champion, going to face off against Tommy Forte for Forte's PWA Heavyweight Championship. We'll be right back with the introductions of our competitors for our Heavyweight Championship main event match, fans, right after this. Wrestling fans, Aaron Hurt here with the president of the Premier Wrestling Alliance, franchise player Chris Pruitt, with the exciting announcement that PWAOhio.com is now your exclusive source for all new, fresh wrestling action from the PWA like we've brought to you since the year 2016.
You are absolutely right, Aaron. PWAOhio.com is their one-stop shop for all the latest news and information in PWA, and now all of our events will go exclusively to PWAOhio.com, and we are also going to be giving them a bunch of added bonuses.
Absolutely, because not only does this give you the opportunity to see all of the new PWA action, but you will see new episodes of PWA Wrestling on YouTube before they are uploaded, giving you that much more inside knowledge into the comings and goings of the PWA.
Well, the PWA has always thrived on the support of the good fans of the Premier Wrestling Alliance, and this is just a new way for the PWA fans to support us. You can get a front row seat from the comfort of your own home.
This match is set for one fall with a 60-minute time limit, and it is for the Premier Wrestling Alliance Heavyweight Championship.
Main event time.
When the bell rings, the man in charge of the action, senior PWA official Johnny Long. Introducing first the challenger, standing to my right. He is the current reigning PWA United States champion, weighing in tonight at 430 pounds, is the Scandinavian psychopath, Bjorn!
What a massive man Bjorn is, the United States champion.
And his opponent, wrestling tonight at weight of 255 pounds, from Titletown, Green Bay, Wisconsin, your reigning and defending PWA Heavyweight Champion, Tommy Forte!
Tommy Forte has not gotten to take a breather since he became the PWA champion. He has had one tough battle after another, whether it be Jimmy Fahrenheit or now the Nordic Nightmare, the Scandinavian psychopath, I believe you said, Aaron Hurt. Bjorn, and Bjorn getting the jump on him right there.
Yeah, no matter what you want to call Bjorn, he is 400 plus pounds of bad news, and he came right after the champion, Tommy Forte, and Bjorn could accomplish quite the feat and come out as a dual champion, holding both the singles titles here in the PWA.
This could be a quick one. It could be.
No, not only would that be a historic result, but the way it goes down, if you're indeed right, would set a record as well. But Tommy Forte has been up to the challenge on all of the various occasions he's been required to defend this title. Two big lariats, but cannot take the big man down.
Well, there he goes. He took him down.
He had to leave his feet to do it as well, but
when Tommy Forte just last week took on L.A. Cordova, one third of the gold standard, one half of the tag team champions, to a win and retained his championship. and now out of the frying pan into the fire.
I was going to say, no thanks to other members of the Gold Standard. We saw the U.S. Outlaw appear yet again, and we had speculated on whether Tommy Forte psychologically and mentally was holding up to the rigors of being champion with all of these contenders being thrown at him with this mysterious masked man, the U.S. Outlaw, with who knows what he has in mind for not just Tommy Forte, but for all of us here in the PWA. But it seems like that may have just been speculation on my part, because I haven't seen it affect his demeanor or his game plan in the ring.
Yeah, I was going to say, you got to wonder if in the back of his mind, if he's thinking about the U.S. Outlaw and what he has been trying to perpetrate here in the PWA, and I have no idea what it is.
Well, I will say this, just because you're paranoid doesn't mean that there aren't people after you, but Bjorn has got Tommy Forte right where he wants him. There's nowhere for Forte to go from this side headlock. Crowd trying to voice their support for our reigning champion. But as we've said many times, those side headlock is not just a way to get yourself a breather. You're going to really wear... Oh, my! Forte able to counter, come up with the Saito suplex out of that, get the 430-pounder off of his feet.
And that's what he wants to do. He wants to get Bjorn down, get him down to the mat to where he's his size, and now he can come over and start to try to chip away at the man known as Bjorn.
Forearm shot. Ending things like we started here, fans, with some great action featuring champions here in the PWA.
Aaron Hurd, I've been very excited these last 2 weeks being here with you. Just sitting here and watching with you and calling the action has been nothing short of phenomenal. It gives me a good opportunity to see firsthand what the fans are getting from the PWA on a weekly basis.
And Tommy Forte dishing out some punishment to the left arm of Bjorn, got it staked out there and trying to come down. He came down with the knee on the elbow. Bjorn shifts his weight, gets the foot across the bottom rope though, and a clean break as asked for by our referee Johnny Long. Oh, Bjorn quickly though swept the leg out, went for a quick cover. They're just slugging it out now.
Bjorn trying to get his way back up to his feet. That's where he's going to be most effective, is in an upright position, or if he can get Tommy down and make him carry his weight, that also will be a very good thing for Bjorn and his opportunity here at the heavyweight championship.
Forte perhaps unwisely trying to go back to the power game. He did get Bjorn up for a big slam earlier, but not able to do so this time. Bjorn with not just the mass, but the center of gravity.
Oh, but my God, I can't believe he was able to power him up.
Who am I to doubt Tommy Forte? Oh, what is this? Come on, these men have no business here.
The Gold Standard out here, L.A. Cordova, Jeffrey John, and Jimmy Fahrenheit,
bringing a swift and unfortunate end to what was shaping up to be another great main event here for everybody here on PWA on YouTube.
They're holding Tommy Forte for Bjorn, and Bjorn's going to lay him out.
What we have a 4-on-1 here. Bjorn has known to be a mercenary.
Oh, he attacked Jeffrey John. What is going on here?
Quite the unexpected reaction from Bjorn. Perhaps he's come to develop...
Wait a second, now the U.S. Outlaw's out here, and he's attacking Bjorn. What is going on?
This is a melee if I've ever seen one here. Things just...
The Gold Standard, they're stomping away at Tommy Forte. U.S. Outlaw's got Bjorn. Here comes Kevin Pruitt.
Comes Morgan Taylor. How many men do we have battling out in the ring?
Aaron Hurt, what is going on here?
You tell me. This is something that... It looks like it's going to take a while to get control of. We're going to have to wrap things up.
U.S. Outlaw bailed out.
Of course, looking after himself first and foremost. regrouping out there.
So hold on a second. The gold standard holds Tommy for Bjorn. Bjorn doesn't hit Tommy, the man he's wrestling. He attacks the gold standard, and now the U.S. Outlaw is on the outside of the ring with the gold standard. Tommy Forte.
I don't
Morgan
know.
Taylor.
What I see are 4 men standing in the ring and 4 more men backing off outside of the ring with their tails between their legs, and maybe we'll see all 8 of them go down here on PWA, fans. Fans, we're leaving you here with the sight of 4 men standing tall in the ring and 4 more men backing off with their tails between their legs. Perhaps the franchise player, Chris Pruitt, will see fit to put all 8 of these men together in the ring, facing off against one another sometime here in the future on the program. But we saw another Tommy Forte title match end in chaos. The chaos is still going here in the PWA arena. Going to try to get our cameras over there, but for now, we have to sign off. Thank you for joining us. Once again, my name is Aaron Hurt. Be back for more PWA Wrestling on YouTube. For more wrestling excitement from PWA, subscribe to this channel or click on the links for more great action.